obviously the Parliament introduced a new law where you want to impose on NGOs that are receiving funding from abroad, foreign funding, that this should be registered, that also the sources of the funding, even individual persons, should be registered, and that it should be mentioned in all kind of materials of these NGOs that they are funded with the sources from abroad, which is one piece of legislation which concerns us because it is imposing on the right of association and also of the freedom of NGOs to work. And we have seen these kind of laws before, especially in Russia, where there's no doubt that this has had the reason for the law is that they want to limit the activities and work of NGOs, and of course that is a threat to democracy. So now we want to have a discussion on this law even before it is passed in Parliament, also to have a dialogue with our Hungarian colleagues on this, and to see whether it is in fact in line with the values of the Council of Europe, where Hungary is a member. Yeah, that's quite peculiar also, that you are amending the education law of Hungary in a way that it seems directed to hurt or even close the Central European University, which is a long-standing university in Hungary with a lot of students and with very good and proper activities. And of course that also is of concern if you want as a government to limit the possibility for having educational activities, training activities in your country. Well, the only thing that we can do, and which is also our obligation as the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, is of course to hold Hungary up on the obligations they have being a member of the Council of Europe. And there they have to defend democracy, they have to defend the freedom of association, the freedom of expressions, because that are some of the basis of being a member of the Council of Europe, and in fact also running a country where it's the people who decide, and not only single political leaders. Well, of course, it's not the aim for this discussion to judge on the whole remedy of Mr. Orban's government. There has been raised serious concern about two laws that are being discussed in Parliament, and now we want to discuss with our Hungarian colleagues whether this is in line with the values that they are working for themselves as a member of the Council of Europe. And we ask our Hungarian colleagues to have these laws looked through by the Venice Commission, which is a recognized organ of the Council of Europe, where you have experts, legal experts, other experts, judging whether the laws that are passed are in line with the regulation and the legislation of the Council of Europe. So that will be our proposal for Hungary to do this. No, of course you see examples that countries even not, or it takes a long time before they agree to organize that legislation in order with the recommendations of the Venice Commission. But that is our possibility in I think a fair and good way to advise also our colleagues in the Hungarian parliament or in other countries on how to comply with the kind of values and legislation that they have signed to themselves by being a member of this parliamentary assembly and also being a member of the Council of Europe.